dude.
And all right. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. My name is Nathan Timmel. I am a stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevera, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
All is dog shit here. I'm going to be just honest with you. I went to bed last night and I looked at the clock. It was 1:28 a.m. and I said, wow, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. We have a digital clock that projects onto the ceiling. So you just sort of, you can lay in bed and see what time it is. Sure. So I crawl into bed and I look and it's 1:28 a.m. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm tired. I woke up at 3:34 a.m. and I've been awake ever since. I got a lovely 2-hour sleep. I don't know if you can hear me.
It's just an insomnia thing, or kids crying, or what?
No, it was just literally I decided my a-hole brain woke up and that was it. Then I was awake. So
that's the worst, man. It's bad enough if it's like, oh, the kids or the dogs or something, but when it's just like, nah, I just did like whatever Asperger's is to autism, that's what I have to insomnia sometimes.
It's asleep, yeah. Yes. So I had a V8 Energy, which is like the healthy energy drink, and didn't really do much.
It's no Monster, though.
Well, you know me. I'm a Celsius. We've gotten in this battle before. I am Team Celsius. I had a Celsius yesterday and the day before, so I decided I'm not going to have one 3 days in a row. That is too much. How many Monster drinks a day do you drink?
But every time they come out with something new that's supposed to be healthier, 10 to 15 years later, we find out it's giving us all the plague. You know
what? That won't happen this time. This time it's different.
Don't eat butter. No, that shit's basically poison. Get the new healthy alternative margarine, and then they come back 15 years later and they're like, "Hey, actually, if you eat that every day, you'll get one of those Quato guys growing out of your stomach.
Growing out of you.
Recall, except for all of his predictions about all of his predictions about Mars will be incorrect. There will be no upside to this Quato. He's just giving you bad parlay advice. Take the over on the Jets, shit like that. So don't eat the stuff we said was healthy. They do that.
How many Monsters do you drink a day? I'm just curious.
I mean, I don't keep count. It's not about me. It's about you. I don't have a problem. I most days I only do 1, 2 if it's like like an insomnia day like you're having, or a hangover day like I have most days. But the way I was doing 2 for a while, like every day, and then 3 would be a bad day. But
Mark on TikTok wants me to make sure that I count my calories. I do. Merc, not Mark. Merc. Merc, I do. I have a calorie counter app. So yes, on Celsius is only 10 calories. Is the Monster 0?
0 calories, 0 sugar. That's right. And
Celsius 0 sugar. No high fructose corn syrup either.
I mean, it's got a bunch of other stuff I can't pronounce, but there's no high fructose corn syrup in it. It's got lots of quadriobenzobenzolates. You know what I mean? Just healthy shit like that. Stuff that I'm sure comes straight from the ground. It's probably farm to table curzobenzolizumab. Like that's fine.
I don't know what you're seeing on TikTok. I just got some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Oh,
TikTok.
We were supposed to set this to 18 only, weren't we? Someone told me to set this to 18 only so that we would not get, because if anybody just left a I don't know what you're seeing, but she just apologized. There is someone on my side called Hillary Clit, and the picture looks like the description, and she is apologizing. We're not filtering you, but I can see what's being filtered. I want to go over to YouTube. Solar Lass is saying pumpkin seed oil.
Sorry, what's up?
I want to go to YouTube. Solar is saying is pumpkin seed oil for peeing that Ultra is doing, or is this for sleep?
No, the seed oil, I think, is what's in food that's bad for you most of the time, right?
No, they just came out with a huge study this week that said everybody that talks about seed oil can go fuck themselves, that it's not bad.
Oh, is that what the
huge study this week?
I don't believe any of their studies. I'm just going to keep yakking up brunch. You know what I mean? I'm just sticking to the old sorority diet. That's never went wrong.
There you go. Did you? Oh, it's never mind. It's great for not peeing. I was hoping it was for sleep. So, all right. Should we jump into some news?
Sure.
Oh, before we jump into news, I did want to update. You'll like this. Last week, the last thing I said is I was reading a book called "The World for Sale" about commodities traders. That's the last thing I said.
Buy it yet? Is there a buyer?
For the book, not mine. I got mine from the library, so they can't buy my copy. I have to return it to the library. Jake, you will find this hilarious. Everyone should find this hilarious. I got to the section. The commodities traders, I may have mentioned this last week, they kept apartheid running longer than it should have, not because they believed in apartheid, just because South Africa was facing massive boycotts and embargo.
Right? How long should have apartheid run?
Well, I'm saying after the world decided to embargo and boycott South Africa, these traders said, well, I don't know if I agree or disagree with apartheid, but we can make money. So they just traded with them. They sold them oil. You know, they'd set up shell companies and changed the names of ships. Also, they could get oil to South Africa to make them money. This is the part that I found hilarious. The big hit to South Africa was when OPEC decided to boycott them and decide not to sell oil, not because of apartheid, but because they thought, not because there was any policy, but because they thought South Africa was too friendly toward Israel. So apartheid, A-OK to OPEC, but the idea that South Africa was okay with Israel, OPEC cut them right off. It's like priorities. There you go.
It's weird for OPEC to cut anybody off for anything human rights wise. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
It's
yes.
Like, listen, we chop women's fingers off for driving automobiles here. So we're not gonna, you know what I mean? You do you. Domestic policy wise, you do you. But you can't be cool foreign policy with the people we don't like. And South Africa was like, but they also got apartheid. We like countries that got apartheid. And they're like, we don't care. We don't care about your domestic policies. You can do all the horrible, chop off anything off of anyone you want. But
if you like those guys with the funny hats back here, that's it. No more.
They gotta have bigger funny hats. That's the policy.
Yeah, well, our funny hats have drapes, curtains, the with a little ring around the whatever. Oh, yeah, but dude. Either way, I still recommend the book. I just thought that was hilarious. OPEC, apartheid, great. Israel, oh, no bueno. I mean, it's not supposed to be funny, but I find everything funny.
Which, ironically, they're also mad at Israel for apartheid. Make up your mind, OPEC. Which apartheids are okay?
Israel did get in trouble during the Ethiopian crisis for not accepting black Jews to Israel during the crisis. They're like, really? We know you say you're Jewish, but come on, you're a little dark-skinned. So that was funny. Israel got a lot of flack for not helping more the Ethiopian Jews.
Of the Ethiopian Jews, I saw a really cool Netflix doc. The name escapes me. But it's just sort of kind of hang on. I got a stupid dog shrieking in the background that I'm going to go murder. I'll be right. I'm going to go Michael Vick my dog.
Well, I'll go to comments because holy shit, Ultra. I saw this. I will drink 1 Celsius but that's it. It's 12. You being silly there because that is absurd. That is not a good amount of caffeine to have in your system. I stopped drinking fluids. I try to stop drinking around 7 p.m. because that I noticed makes a huge difference in the number of times I wake up to pee. So yes, everything regularly. God knows I need it. Well, yeah, there you go. I just burned through a couple comments. Ultra beats you. He drinks 12 cups of coffee a day. That's more than in your Monster.
No, yeah, I actually, what I was going to say,
Crystal drinks 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day. Started ADHD. Oh, you stopped. Okay, so ADHD meds for Crystal over on TikTok.
When I first wake up, instead of a Monster, I drink this like C4 workout powder stuff.
Yeah. I drink BCAAs. I've got them in right here. Yeah, I've got BCAAs.
Yeah. And then I kind of get up, get moving, and then whenever I end up going for a run, I drink like another little half capsule thing. They got the.
I'm trying to. All right, let's get some news. Oh, this is my favorite story of the week. I saw some great TikToks. Trump Mobile faces backlash as gold T1 phone remains undelivered. almost 600,000 buyers paid a $100 deposit for the T1 Trump phone, but none have received the device. And they say in the contract that there is no guarantee of a phone. You are paying a deposit to wait in line in case the phone ever gets made. You put down $100 deposit on the off chance they finish the phone.
You paid $100 to wish for a phone. That's great.
Yes.
That's good. I love this.
I saw some angry TikTokers saying
story of the week. Keep going.
Yeah, it really is.
Love it.
I saw a couple angry TikTokers saying, "Where's my phone?" The best TikTok I saw was of a guy who did a video, but then pixelated it to make it look shitty and old. And then he put out a MAGA hat and is like, "Oh, you say I got my Trump phone. Look at it. I'm using it right now." The joke obviously being that it was a piss 4 pixelated 1 megapixel. It was brilliant. But like you said, feel good story of the week.
Yeah, I love it. The thing that gets me the most about it is that he's clearly just ripping off exclusively his own supporters with this one. Like, there's no one who's buying that Trump phone who's not a massive Trumper, especially now. You know what I mean? Especially after the not releasing the Epstein files, getting us to war in Iran. If you're still behind Trump enough that you're like, no. The flag in my yard and the bumper sticker on my truck and the hat on my head and the tramp stamp on my wife's lower back that says Trump. All this is, I need a little bit more Trump merch. Can I get some more Trump? Oh, thank the good Lord. There's more Trump merch to decorate my, and he ripped me off. Good.
At least this was supposed to be a physical phone. Like, it wasn't an NFT where you can own a picture of him as an astronaut.
Honestly, I mean, you're getting more out of the NFT at this point. You ain't got the phone, so the NFTs at least pretend real.
Well, so the phone is also pretend real because I'm sure they put a mock-up picture of it. So you've got a mock-up picture of him as an astronaut and a mock-up picture of your phone.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. Anybody can own the picture of the phone. Only one person can own the picture of the astronaut, unless you screenshot it. I don't know if they've gotten around that loophole with these NFTs. Point
to you. Fair point. I would have to Google to see how many like limited edition NFTs, like only 100 people can buy the astronaut, 50 people can buy the firefighter. I'd have to know how many they actually ran of each one.
I want an NFT of Trump actually grabbing someone by the pussy. Has he come out with that one yet?
Switch over to YouTube for a second. Do they have really Trump branded bandages?
Bandages?
I mean, for the butthurt people that don't have their phone?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, dude, they'll still Trump anything at this point, man. I mean, you know, at least he has in the past.
You know what he reminds me of? And I may have said this in the past. He reminds me of Krusty the Clown, specifically the episode where Bart says, "This has the official seal of Krusty on it. He personally approves everything he puts his name on." And then they do a cut to Krusty and it's all this shit falling apart. And I think he touches the Krusty clock. He's like, it burned me. And he goes, "Oh, it heats up." He's like, "That's fine. This is all fine." And they all just rubber stamp it all the Krusty. It's Camp Krusty. It's when he's going to Camp Krusty. And Trump will put his name on anything. And good for him because he just takes the money. I wish I could. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, no, same. Sorry, man. Kai on HCM says from when he was shot in the ear.
Yes.
On YouTube. Yeah,
I'm surprised they haven't you could get a Band-Aid just like the one that healed my ear and regrew it.
Yes, does it? Well, I heard that with the Trump bandage, it also comes with a little razor blade, so you can blade it while you're down. You know, pro wrestling style.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I had a memory pop up the other day, something I posted a while ago, that I had gone to a barber, and at the end of my haircut, she went, "Oh, would you like me to shave the outer edge of your ear?" And I'm like, "Yes." And she did. She's like, "Oh yeah, you got hair growing there." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm old." Like, I gotta. That was a milestone. Just the hair growing on the ear. Like, thanks for that. So that's what I thought of when we're talking about shooting ears and ears. I always think of my hair ears.
Yeah, I mean, I cut my own hair and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, you can.
And so but the thing is I got to get a brighter light in my bathroom than I do it with, because sometimes I'll cut it and I'll shave it, I'll trim the ears, I'll do all that stuff. And then I'll be around, like I'll be looking in a mirror with an actual really bright LED light. And I'll be like, oh my God, I missed a bunch of stuff, So I got to get a brighter one for when I do
that. Paul's on your side. I shave my face and ears. I hate the ear care. So this is the thing with me. I see myself, like you say, with the lighting and your hair, the lighting. I see myself every day. I brush my teeth, I look in a mirror, and then every so often it'll be like, oh, hey, I'm this 1-inch nose hair, on the top of your nose, or a one long, and like, where was this yesterday? Where was this when it was like, small? And so I have to lean in and then get a tweezers. And then you want to talk about like, he hates ear care, fucking getting a tweezers and just getting one of those top. And the worst thing is though, is when I bump into someone and have a conversation and they have a bunch of them. It's like, okay, I know I miss one every so often for a couple days, but how do you have like multiple just coming out of your nose like that, the top of your nose? It's absurd.
Like a patch of grass or something.
Yeah, and I have a friend that just lets it go. I'm like, dude, come on.
I especially hate when I get them now that I'm going bald, because it's my body's way of rubbing it in my face, no pun intended, where it'll go, see, we can grow hair when we want to, where we want to grow it. We're not going to grow it there. No, we're not. No, we're not.
We're not going to grow all this hair. We're just going to grow this one right here.
Yeah, it's pushing it in. It's doing like whack-a-mole, and it's just every hair I lose up here just pops up someplace else.
You know what my favorite is, and knock on wood, I have not experienced this in quite a while. I think for most of the random, when you are with a woman, just the random one boob hair, where it's just like hello, and you find it the wrong way. We're like, yeah. Those are always fun.
It's the random nipple hair. Sure.
When nostril tool, I can imagine. All right. Next story. This is actually my favorite story of the week, because so I always try and pick fake outrage stories like, oh, people are talking, people are upset, and you and I talk and we say it's the two stupidest people on Twitter. Rolling Stone has the headline, "The Olivia Rodrigo dress outrage feels like bot behavior." I'm going to open by saying I do not know what the Olivia Rodrigo dress outrage is, but the internet keeps finding issue with the singer's baby doll dresses, claiming her look evokes that of a, quote, toddler. And, it's brutal out there. She releases her third thing. This was all too much for users on Twitter and Instagram who have been losing it, claiming the frilly silhouette both infantilizes, oh God, I can't say the word, infantilizes and sexualizes the 23-year-old star. She was wearing, but as you read on, it's like either there are the two stupidest people or it's a bunch of bots trying to turn this into an outrage story.
Can you go on? You're talking about sexualizing a 23-year-old. Can I go on Pornhub right now and see an 18-year-old get railed by 7 dudes? So what the fuck? Who gives a fuck? What are we talking about? What are we talking? This isn't 1952. This is 2026. This is a horrible debauchery-filled world.
It is. And the picture they show of her on stage wearing one of these dresses, she looks like an attractive woman, and that's about it. Like, I don't look at it and I don't think, oh my God, so sexual. I just think, well, she looks pretty. Yeah, that's I don't know. She looks young. I always think
it's a little weird when the female stars dress like they're like kids or whatever. Like, it's never really been my thing, but it's also not.
It doesn't look like she's dressed like a kid, though. It looks like just a weird, like if she had some like pigtails or I don't know.
It looks pigtaily. It looks like a kid's, but like there's nothing new. Is that any different than Britney Spears doing a music video in a high school hallway in a school?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, isn't that kind of the same thing? I mean, this is not anything new.
Oh, yeah. So the point is, I like the Rolling Stone, which isn't saying people are outraged, which is what we always get. We always get people are outraged. Sure. This is saying, I think you have two stupid people out there that are crying, and then bots are fueling it just for the sake of, the weirder the outrage, the more likely it is totally baseless. Yes.
I'm more upset over the 10-year-old that made that dress for 7 cents a day. You know what I mean? No, it's a real victim in all this. What about that kid? That kid's reading these tweets going, what the fuck about me? What about me? Worked fucking 18 hours today.
I made 100 of those dresses that day. If I had only made 99, I wouldn't have gotten my gruel for dinner.
The OSHA in this country, breathing smoke. I got the voice of a. This is my voice. I have the voice of a 48-year-old minor. I got black lung, even though I'm still a minor, a different kind.
Why is Shivan asking about my kids? I don't know that that's appropriate.
What's going on?
Outrage makes money. That's it right there. Oh, yeah. Solar has a good one. I wonder where Ken is. Yeah, an idea. I'm familiar with the name Olivia Rodrigo, but I have no idea what she sings. Is it a daughter? Like my daughter.
No, she's got that one.
My daughter listens to Sabrina Carpenter and not Chappelle Rowan, but she likes Taylor Swift. But she likes Taylor Swift, but she's currently on a Sabrina Carpenter kick. So I kind of know those songs coming from the bedroom. I don't think I know Olivia Rodrigo.
I think Driver's License. Driver's License is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, that was her massive breakout.
What? She sings about getting her driver's license? Yeah, that means she's 16. What's with these perverts?
Yeah, I mean, but she was like a kid when she wrote that. I mean, she was still in high school. She was really young when she blew up.
Oh, she's been around a while?
She's been around. Yeah. No, Olivia Rodrigo's huge. I'm shocked you haven't really heard of it.
Dude, I don't pay attention to shit. I in a few years, I will be.
They come out with dresses where they're dressed like they're 10. Now they're on your radar somehow. What kind of Epstein shit is it?
In a few more years, I'm going to be like Ed O'Neill. Have you ever seen the videos of Ed O'Neill giving interviews where he's taking pictures?
No, I know he's like a huge jiu-jitsu guy, though.
No, okay, but so Ed O'Neill, there are 2 of these videos. You can find them. Well, there are 2. So either he's like, I was at the airport and this woman comes over and wants to take a picture with me. And I'm like, okay. And everybody's acting weird. So I'm like, is this person? It was Britney Spears and he had no idea who she was. Sure. And then a little while later, he gets invited to a party and this woman comes up to him, young woman, wants to take a picture. And he's like, and he says in the video, he's like, I am looking at this woman going, I should know who this is. Right. I should know who this woman is. And so he sends the picture to his daughter, I think it is. And she just writes back and says, Dad, I'm having you committed. It was Taylor Swift. That's
amazing.
That's going to be me in about 5 more years. I will be so out of touch.
What do you want out of Ed O'Neill? He played Al Bundy in the 80s.
I know, but I'm saying that I will be so out of touch that I would take a picture with Olivia Rodrigo for no reason and not know who it is. She's like, I'm going to go take a picture with that random old dude and see what he does. And I'll just stand there like, okay, you had it.
Dude, I'm not. I would have loved it so much more if he didn't realize who and he just talked to her like a fan. And we just asked, I don't really have time right now. Turn down a picture with Taylor Swift. Do you want me to sign anything? Or I usually
he almost did that with Britney because I don't think he recognized her. But at least with Taylor, he said, I know this person's famous. I should recognize her.
Yeah, right. That's funny. You didn't know who Taylor Swift was, man. You think Taylor'd be on his radar?
It kind of is, but oh shit. Next story. I forgot. We should have opened with this. We talked about the Frontier Airlines accident last week, and I sent you the footage from the airport. The
shit,
thermal.
I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yo, it is. It's it's not.
I haven't seen the actual video yet.
It's on the tweet I sent you. Breaking, watch the brand new full thermal surveillance footage showing the moment a Frontier Airlines jet struck a passenger. Thermal. So it's thermal, so it's black and white, but you can see so there's just this white dot on the airfield.
Yeah, that guy is gone.
Yeah, so there's a white dot on the airfield. The plane comes by right at the engine, and then there's just all white showing heat. It's not an explosion, but it's like a heat exploding, showing there that's everything gone.
Man, and I was thinking too, I was like, do they get people up there to clean the inside of that? Is there chunks of the guy in there? I doubt there's even that, man. I'll bet he was just
I think they have,
right into the fucking thing.
They probably got to take the engine off and That's done. Like they got to take it off and
dude,
I don't know,
there's a lot of
hose it down.
That looks like I know it's thermal, so a lot of that might just be heat, but that looked like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the heat of a body suddenly going everywhere.
Yeah.
Like his body just disintegrated. Like just boom, gone.
I'm still truther. I'm still going Jesse Ventura on this one. It was thermite. It was thermite that killed the guy with the Frontier. Jet fuel can't vaporize a body, Timmel.
I thought your conspiracy was that it was a baggage handler and they were trying to cover it up by saying it was a wandering pedestrian.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, still can't see his uniform. You know what I mean? Still can't see what he's wearing.
Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. Not that I want to get people away from us, but here, save this for later. I can put the link in the comments so anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about. But keep watching us. Don't click off us to watch the thing.
Yeah, it's a short video anyway.
Yeah. All right. This interesting. Tom Steyer, is it? Just the headline is Steyer campaign staffer linked to video of rival Katie Porter berating staff. Yes, Tom Steyer, Democratic gubernatorial candidate for California, and Katie Porter squared off in a debate, and Porter accused that a Steyer staffer, say that several times, a Steyer staffer leaked a video of her yelling at an employee.
Staffer by the seashore selling seashore.
Ah, yes. When the video became public, she said, I am confident that is the case. I've been told by many people that it was meant to undermine my campaign. Two things. One, yes, your opponent is supposed to undermine your campaign. That is what your opponent does, is it finds every way possible to attack you. And two,
but normally they have to make something up. You made it easy.
Yeah, there you go. But two, if I were a voter, I kind of want to know what kind of an asshole you are behind the scenes. That's what's beautiful about Trump, is he is just straightforward with who he is. He does not hide behind anything. What you see is what you get. I respect that much more than I do someone that puts on a pretty face for the cameras and then turns and starts fucking yelling at their staff. So I like that the video was leaked. And if a Steyer staffer did it, good on him.
Yeah. Fuck you. I don't care that it got leaked. What do you're complaining that it got leaked as opposed to, yeah. I mean, well, you did something shitty, lady. Deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the video?
I've seen clips. I haven't seen the whole thing.
I mean, I don't know how long the whole thing is, but someone's in the background of her shot and she loses her shit. It's like, how many times has one of my kids come down here?
I saw it when it first got leaked, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But how many times has one of my kids come down and interrupted us? And I'm like, hey, what's going on? Okay, well, I'm doing this, or the dog comes and I pick it up. I'm not like, God damn it, I am doing my serious podcasting. And I know she's running for office and that's serious, but you handle situations with grace. You're like, oh, hey, you're in my shot. I'm trying to give an interview. It's like the idea that you lose your shit. And maybe she was having a bad day, but then that's when reports started coming out saying this is kind of who she is.
Now, I did Michael Vick my dog earlier for squeaking during the thing, so I did kill a dog this episode.
But you did that openly and honestly. You said, I'm going to go kick its ass.
I didn't lie to the listeners. You know what I mean? I didn't lie. I didn't say, like, I'm going to go give it treats and snuggles. I said, I'm going to go kill that fucking thing.
Yeah.
And, so that's why I'm pro Katie Porter. I wish I lived in California so I could vote for her. I lose my shit all the time when I'm trying to record. You know what I mean? If some staffer was back there going, instead of a dog, I'd be like, you're a human being. It's batting up and my fucking dog does it. And I'd beat the shit out of that staffer.
Well, Katie is a Democrat, which means even though you live in New York, I'm sure if you contacted the Democratic Party, the DNC, they'd find a way for you to vote in California. That's what they do.
Hell yeah. Last election, I voted once here and 25 times in Pennsylvania via mail, baby. I can do the same thing in this election. Why not?
Steyer's campaign denied that the candidate was involved with the leak. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was a staffer that was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm doing a solid for my guy. Tom has nothing to do with the video. According to a briefing memo obtained by the Times, Steyer was listed as an expectant participant on the video call. During the 20-minute call, the edited conversation, blah, 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 blah. So it's basically she's saying he did it. He's denying. It's a really long article when it could just say she accuses, he denies. But, I don't know. I'm for the leak. I'm all for it.
I love leakers. I like leaks. There's
All
a lot of
right. Final
transparency there,
story.
in the age of the Epstein cover up. So we gonna get mad at leakers? Nah, we're pro leakers these days.
Senator Bill Cassidy knocked out of Louisiana Republican primary as Trump-backed Letlau Fleming make runoff. So Julia Letlau is backed by Trump. Who is Fleming? Fleming, the state treasurer, will run off in a. Is this still the primary? But yes. So the article is basically all about this has happened several times. Someone that did not toe the Trump line. Apparently, Bill Cassidy voted to convict Trump during an impeachment trial over January 6th. So he is going around and backing
really? I thought it was
hardcore.
redistricting. Okay.
No, this is not redistricting. Trump is going around and backing hardcore MAGA against
Right.
what he calls rhinos, what would be your average normal Republican that's fiscally responsible and doesn't want to be a MAGA dickhead. And so he's backing. And so these MAGA candidates are winning their primaries. So this is curious to me. With people being sick of Trumpism and the bullshit he's in, do you think this hurts or helps the party overall? Do you think that even though they can win the primary, do you think they win in a general because people are tired of Trump except for his hardcore douchebags?
I mean, I think this would probably hurt him in a general if it happened now. It all kind of depends on what the economy's doing in November. If gas prices are still through the roof, especially when it's due to this war. I mean, it was a thing kind of where I as much as they blame Biden for prices and all that. I mean, this was a global pandemic, right? And so it's kind of happening everywhere. Whereas, like, yeah, this is happening everywhere too, but it's because of the war Trump started. So I think a lot of people that aren't, unless you're completely brainwashed going, no, we'd all be dead by a nuke right now had Trump not done this. Listen to what Netanyahu said. He never lies about shit like this. Like unless you're that hard in Trump's camp, like you're kind of going, hey, you're screwing up prices here and things like that. So I think if this keeps on till the election, if this situation with Iran doesn't clear up, if gas prices don't go back down, prices in general, you got tariffs and whatnot. If that doesn't happen, I think he's screwed. I don't think covering up the Epstein shit like he's been doing even after Congress voted to release it. I think if it happened today, this would hurt their chances.
You are correct. People forget quickly. So November, everything could change. Nancy over on TikTok says Trump said the other day gas prices had come way down and she went out to get gas and nope, they were up. So yeah, he just literally will say non-truths. But to your point about the supporters saying, well, Iran was about to nuke us. What I have seen, the talking point, and it was funny because I saw it once and then it sort of blew up like it was what a lot of people were saying, is you see, we've been in a stalemate war with Iran for 47 years. Trump just decided to finish it. That was their way of saying no new wars. It's an old war that he's going to finally stick the nail in that coffin. And it's like, that's really stretching. But the dumbest
all
of the
these
dumb
other presidents didn't have the balls to do it before Trump. Hey, what about number 45? What about President number 45? Why didn't he have the balls to do it? Is it because he had to worry about re-election at 45? Is that what happened?
Good
now,
point.
47, he's just enriching himself. He's just taking bribes. He's just taking bribes from people like Netanyahu, people like the King of Saudi Arabia, people that run the oil companies who are going to be making money off this. He wouldn't have done that when he still had to worry about re-election. But now you're a goddamn fool if you don't realize that we tend to go to war with countries who don't sell their oil to the highest bidder, i.e. us and the West. They either keep most of it in the country or they sell primarily to the East, right? So we tend to go, oh man, this tyrannical government, look what they're doing to their people. Let's get them, right? Saudi Arabia, like, wait, what? Huh? Why are we friends with them? Like, why are these our guys? What is this? And then, and so we got to be buddy with Israel. Everybody they blow up, we have to be behind, because of this bullshit, right? So we tend to kind of team up with the countries that are all about letting the oil kind of get sold to whoever, because we want to go in and take the oil from these places, sell them to the highest bidders, / the West. And I think he cut a deal with a lot of these countries, a lot of these companies, saying, okay, listen, if you make this happen, if you take out the Iranian regime, if you get the oil from Iran going to where we can sell it like we're doing with Saudi Arabia, UAE, whatever, you and your family, your children's children would kind of have a piece of this.
Yeah. The thing is, going full circle, this goes back to the book I was reading. The commodity traders are still going to work with this, though. That's the thing, as they find ways to get that oil and put it where they need it for the highest price. What you were saying is correct. Is like, if we don't like where they're selling it, or
mentioned in the comments too, Venezuela. I mean, it's not a coincidence that.
I was going back to the comments. I wanted to go higher. Like Tired says, it looked like suicide by Jet after watching it. April showed up. Hi there, April. She's happy she didn't miss this one. But Ultra likes that. Oh, okay, I clicked that. But what were you trying to say is Republicans fall in line, Dems fall in love with the drunken last call. Yep, one night. Todd, I'm filming something very soon. I've written the script for it. So, but yeah, he took over Venezuela with the oil. Now he's jamming up. But even before Venezuela, like everyone was saying, is like, we don't want to go in there because we will see. Like, no one's gone, like, no major oil company has gone into Venezuela to start pumping it. But then again, maybe he's playing that 4D chess that I keep hearing so much about.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is he better get that game settled by November. Otherwise, these candidates are going to lose.
All right. That's all we have for you this week. So thanks for tuning in. TikTok, it was nice seeing comments over on you. And for the second week in a row, we did not get dinged or banned on TikTok. So we'll try better next week to get banned by, maybe if I say vagina.
I don't think it's cursing. I think it seems to be when we trash Republicans.
No. Remember I did that. I read an excerpt from a news story that talked about lady parts, and it immediately popped up, and it said it was sexuality or something like that. I don't remember the news story, but I was reading a news story that talked about lady bits. And either way, I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel.com. And I believe last week I said I was going to upload some new designs to my sweatshirt, t-shirt, hat, socks, and I did. So I actually don't know. I wonder if I could find out. I wonder how many designs I do have. Let's take a look. Of course, I love how when I log into my own thing, I get an ad like, would you like to? I do not see how many designs I have, but I've got to be close to 90 designs on there. Now, some of them are repeats. Like, I'll take one design and do it 3 different ways. So it's like, if you like it sort of frilly, but either way, there's lots of options. I need to generate a QR code for my Amazon so I can sell that after. So, but bookstore, so t-shirt store, bookstore, link to my special. Everything is at nathantimmel.com. It's all on the homepage. You see nathantimmel.com, and you can click here and click here and click here. One-stop shopping for all things me. Jake has been Jake Vevera, Vevera. The reason I spell that is because you can find Jake. His handle is at Jake Vevera on all social media. Looking for him on Instagram? At Jake Vevera. Looking for him on Facebook? At Jake Vevera. Looking for his YouTube special, Unalived by Dog Pills?
Yes, watch my special.
As at Jake Vevera. All right, that's what we got for you. Oh, I said I was going to look at my thing. What day is today? That's June. Next week, I got, we're 12:30 p.m. We should be good the next few weeks for normal time, no travel, no interruptions.
11:30 Central.
Yes, 11:30 Central, and then just keep going down the line. All right, everybody, thank you.
I just got my Trump phone in the mail, and it's already filled with naked pictures of underage beauty contestant pageants.
Shocking. Hey, why'd you redirect? I hit stop. There you go. I hit stop.